Hey guys, so I'm back with Little Man. I have Sector 2 for you today in this Conquest series that we are playing to get Queen Amidala unlocked. I'm going to try to quickly hop through this because he is very impatient. So before we get into Sector 2, I just want to say a really quick thank you to all of my patrons. Super appreciate your support, and Little Man is very grateful in particular today. Okay, so let's look at these Sector 2 feats, and then I will show you the footage. It's really straightforward. Win 14 battles with no attackers in your squad. Evade at least 100 attacks in battles that you've won. Very key terminology. Attempt to inflict plague 400 times and gain health steal up 60 times. So again, pretty straightforward. And we're going to be able to double dip on a few of these with some global feats. So let's have a look at the footage, and that's it. Okay, guys, so the first one I want to start with is Plague. So you can see I have 55 here. I do also use the Night Sister squad to double dip a little bit because they count as no attackers, and they also can get you a few evades. So these are the discs I have equipped. This is on the Professor X account, and we're going to go in against this Karth node. I have tried it on a few different nodes using my Night Sisters as I go through the sector, on both my account and Professor X. I found this one is pretty smooth. The thing you want to keep in mind is I do have Zealous Ambition equipped, like you saw, and since a lot of these Night Sisters are support or healer, they will hit a lot harder because of that disc. So you will end up killing the enemy faster, which means you're going to get fewer plague out of this. So if you want to truly take advantage of it, then I would recommend not using a Zealous Ambition disc on your loadout. I just don't, necessarily care, to be honest with you, about cheesing it all in one fight, because I'm happy to work on it while I'm making my way through the sector, especially because you need the 14 battles of no attackers anyway, and Night Sisters in Conquest are just so strong. You can see here that they're, I don't want to say getting wrecked, but it's looking pretty scary in terms of how we're going to fare with stars, if we're even going to beat the node. They're going through pretty quickly, but they're just so resilient, especially with these discs, with Entrenched, with Fortified, things like that, that really make it worthwhile. And you can see there's no harm here. We've 3-starred it, and we got about 60 plague from this one. We got credit for 3 evades, which is fine by me, and then obviously no attackers. Okay, so the next one again is going to be no attackers. This one's great because it double dips to the global fee of needing to use your Galactic Republic teams, and it also is going to count for evades because we're going to be getting Foresight up in our squad, which obviously if that's the case, then we're going to evade some attacks, we're going to win, and everything will be lovely. So this is the squad that I usually go in with Padme. C-3PO is interchangeable for me. You could use him or R2-D2 in my opinion. Either or works. R2-D2 is going to get you some more Foresight if he's using his smoke screens, so you would get a few more evades that way, theoretically. And he's also a support, so he's going to take advantage of the Zealous Ambition. So this is on my account, not Professor X. The disc loadout is slightly different. I have 2 Entrenched equipped and a Zealous Ambition. I don't have that Savior disc on there, but that's all I've got at the moment with this squad in particular. And like I said, I like it. You're double dipping on no attackers and the Galactic Republic feat for the global feats that we need to get done. And then obviously anything with the Foresight is going to count towards evading attacks. So that works all around there. So that's going to count towards no attackers. And then we ended up getting credit for 7 evades, which again, nothing crazy, but it'll work. Okay, so let's look at using our droids now. So whenever I see a Starkiller squad, I pretty much always take General Grievous against them. It's pretty much always General Grievous or CLS. But since we need to get health steal up in this sector as well, General Grievous is a decent one to take. It's only a single health steal up that we'll be getting with this because of how I have the squad built. But it's going to at least get us through here relatively cleanly, give us credit for the health steal up, and then also I'm not worried about taking stamina away from the other squads that I kind of want to use and abuse a little bit more in the sector, like my Night Sisters, like any Galactic Republic squads. those ones I want to use a lot of. So I'm trying not to take too much stamina out of them and, pick and choose the other teams as necessary to give them a break. So again, like I said, because it's just Grievous getting it on himself, anytime I can use his second special, I'm going to try to do it so I can get it as many times as possible. And he will be getting the health steal up just on him, and we can move on from there. Okay, so this squad next kind of is going to double dip a little bit in terms of getting evade and getting health steal up. And I really like this. This, again, is the Professor X account. But you're going to take a Palpatine team because he gets health steal up. And you're going to add Grandmaster Yoda to the squad because he can spread health steal up. He can also spread foresight, so that's going to help you with evades. I'm going to take Visas as well. So I'm basically building like a typical Starkiller team here. And using them to get the health steal up and the evades. So I am going to take Starkiller. He does nothing in terms of feats. So if you don't have him, you can sub as needed for literally any other character, in my opinion. The main players here are Palpatine, Visas, and Grandmaster Yoda. Mara is good to get Palpatine some turn meter so that he can do his health steal up. But realistically, it's those three characters that are your go-to here. So, like I was saying, Palpatine has his AoE health steal up. That's on his second special. Or his third special, sorry. The very far right ability. Visas has an AoE health steal up. It's on her healing revive mechanic. And then Grandmaster Yoda can actually spread the health steal up among the allies again. So you're getting even more of it that way. Obviously, the enemy didn't take any turns after Grandmaster Yoda did that, so we didn't get any evades that time, but we did get a whole bunch of health steal up. Okay, so let's look at the mini boss. So really straightforward. It is an Imperial Trooper team, which is mildly annoying. This is on my own account, so 2 Zealous Ambition and 2 Entrenched are equipped as of right now. And I'm going to go in on this one for the 5 survival feat. So you have to do this node twice because one is dark side, one is 5 surviving. And I'm just going to do a stereotypical General Skywalker team. Nothing crazy. I didn't want to mess around in terms of trying to get cute with anything. I figured General Skywalker would be okay. He's going to take a lot of turns. He's going to try to keep the heat off of the clones while he's standing. And it's just really straightforward. So I am going to try as soon as possible to get rid of Gideon and Piet, just because I don't want them taking turns and like removing any turn meter, doing any kinds of AoEs, anything like that. And they are the scary ones in my opinion. And once they're gone, it's really, really straightforward. Pretty clean in my opinion. And you're done. 5 survives, call it good, and then you can go back in for the dark side feat. So I really did think about trying to do something cute that would double dip here. I was really struggling to find something that would 3-star it and also work on all of the other feats. And troopers, in my opinion, are just really annoying in Conquest. So that being said, instead of getting cute or anything, I just took the safe way out. I took in my Supreme Leader Kylo. It's not double dipping on the feats this way, but it is going to be really quick and concise and clean. We're going to get the dark side feat done this way. And then I'm also not taking any stamina away from the other teams as I'm making my way through the sector that I can use for the feats that way. And I don't have to worry about Night Sisters or Galactic Republic or anything like that. I did also, I should say, think about Night Sisters here, and it's just going to be a bad idea unless you have absolutely ridiculous Night Sisters, because troopers just counter them like crazy. So I don't recommend it. You can try it. I don't recommend it. Okay, so now we just have the boss left, and this is tons of fun. You can do this in one fight. Cad Bane and Aurra Singh surviving. No Jedi, Sith, unaligned Force users. This is the disc setup I have on. This is on the Professor X account. I found a fortified and a stacking offense was really helpful. On my own account, I did not have a stacking offense. I had a similar build, no savior disc, and it worked with the exact same team, no problem. So we're going to do an Aurra Singh lead. We obviously want Cad Bane as well. Bosk, Grief, and Mando. And the reason why I like this in particular is because we've got a couple of supports here. So we're going to take advantage of the Zealous Ambition discs. And then because of Aurra Sing lead, we only need to take so many turns before we can get our contract. And then once we can get our contract, we can start ignoring the taunt on Qui-Gon and just snipe somebody out with Mando. So that's like the really great thing. And I'm going to snipe Padme. I tried sniping Anakin first and it did not work as well. So I chose to snipe Padme just to make everyone else easier to kill. And I tried to ignore Qui-Gon for as long as I could. I wanted to be able to take Anakin out without having him go nuts. But you can see it's pretty much a non-issue. And I left Yoda for the end. So if I could have taken Qui-Gon out first, or Anakin out before Qui-Gon, I would have done that. But it really didn't hurt me. So that's it. Both feats, one and done. Okay, guys. So that is it. That's Sector 2. Like I said, pretty straightforward to get through this. Really like that it's coming along pretty smoothly, to be honest. And I will have Sector 3 for you tomorrow. Maybe with Little Man, maybe not. We'll find out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and I hope it was helpful.